Elon Musk wants to meet you face to face. The reason will astonish you. Elon Musk gazed steadily into the camera, his voice calm yet carrying a profound weight that made hearts still. I have something vital to share. This message isn't meant for everyone, but if you're hearing these words right now, it's meant for you. I want to meet you face to face. And the reason behind this might just astonish you. These words were not spoken lightly. For a man renowned for rockets, electric vehicles, satellites, and visions of humanity's future to pause from technology and speak directly to a single soul, it meant something deeper was at play. Something concealed. Something that could alter the course of your life forever. Picture this. The world often makes you feel like just another face in the crowd, your efforts insignificant in a vast universe that barely notices. Yet here stands one of the most influential minds of our time, focusing not on billions, not on the faceless masses, but on you, one individual, one heart listening intently. A question ignites within you: why me? Why now? Why such urgency in his voice, as if time itself is slipping away? Elon Musk has always been captivated not only by technology but by the human spirit, the bravery to explore, to endure, to dream when the world calls it folly. He often says humans possess far more potential than they realize, that within each person burns the same spark that once drove explorers across oceans and thinkers to challenge the stars. But this time, his words are not about humanity at large. They are about you. You may carry burdens unseen by others. Perhaps you've endured silent struggles, nights that tested your resolve. You may have tasted victory, but also bear scars, moments when giving up seemed easier, choices you regret but cannot undo. These are not signs of weakness. They are proof of survival. Evidence that you remain standing despite storms that might have shattered others. Maybe that's why Elon Musk's gaze seems to pierce through space and time, locking onto you. Because you hold something the world desperately needs. Not wealth or fame, but a story, an energy, a potential you may not yet fully believe in. The truth is, most people underestimate themselves. They bury their brilliance beneath doubt, shame, or the smallness others have imposed on them. But history shows us that life often chooses unlikely people for extraordinary roles. Wanderers become leaders, inventors once mocked become pioneers, artists ignored in life become legends. The pattern is clear: what the world overlooks, destiny highlights. Now imagine Elon Musk standing before you, saying, "I need to meet you face to face." Because what you carry inside can no longer remain hidden. There's electricity in that thought. Perhaps the reason isn't just about you, but about the ripple effect you will create when you finally embrace who you truly are. Elon Musk has faced ridicule, failure, near collapse. He has stood on the brink of bankruptcy, been laughed at for dreams deemed too big, too impossible. Yet he never stopped. And he sees in you that same ember, the one that refuses to die even when the winds howl. But here's the twist: the meeting he speaks of may not be what you imagine. It could be literal, yes, but it might also be something deeper, spiritual, transformative, pulling you beyond ordinary thought. Because sometimes meeting face to face isn't about physical proximity. It's about truth meeting soul, destiny meeting courage, vision meeting action. And the reason may surprise you: it's not about him. It's about you. Consider how many lives could shift because you choose to rise. The people who will hear your words, witness your example, feel your kindness. The awakening of one soul creates a chain reaction impossible to measure. Maybe Elon Musk wants to meet you because he knows the future isn't built by billionaires or inventors alone. It's built by ordinary people who discover their extraordinary core. This encounter isn't about glorifying him. It's about awakening you. Can you feel it? That stirring inside, like something hidden, is being called forth. The more you listen, the more you realize this isn't fantasy. It's recognition that you are not invisible, that your existence matters in a universe that often seems indifferent. That you are a thread woven into a vast design you cannot yet see. This message is the first knock on the door. You might wonder, how will it happen? How will I know? Life works through mystery. Great things rarely arrive fully explained. They come wrapped in uncertainty, demanding faith. They whisper before they shout. Only those listening closely catch the call. Right now, Elon Musk's message reaches you not by chance, but by alignment. You were meant to hear it. Whether through this moment, this message, or some unseen connection, the meeting begins here. His desire to meet you face to face isn't about deals or companies. It's about shaking you awake to the reality that you are seen, you matter, and your future is bigger than your doubts. Think back to the moments you almost gave up. The times you felt invisible, the silent battles that drained you. What if each was preparing you for this moment? What if Elon Musk's message confirms that nothing you endured was wasted? That every scar has shaped a vessel strong enough to carry greatness? This is no flattery. It's a calling, one that carries weight, responsibility, and demand. That's why he insists on a face-to-face meeting. Because sometimes destiny must look you in the eyes before you believe it's real. As you imagine that meeting, you may feel unworthy. You might ask, "Who am I? Why me?" Yet that humility is exactly why you're chosen. History shows destiny often bypasses the arrogant and chooses the unexpected. So the reason Elon Musk wants to meet you may surprise you. It's not about who he is. It's about who you are becoming. His voice lingers like an echo refusing to fade. This message isn't just an announcement. It's a spark planted in your spirit, a spark that stirs something deeper, that won't let you return to life as if nothing happened. You might feel a strange pull right now, a weightless sense that something greater is reaching out. Not a dream, not an illusion, but a tangible awareness that your journey is noticed, that you have not gone unseen. Imagine walking into a room, nervous, uncertain, your mind racing. Then you see him, Elon Musk, standing there, not with the cold detachment of a billionaire, but with the gaze of someone who has already decided you matter. Someone who sees not the labels the world places on you, but what you truly carry within. He says quietly but firmly, "I needed to meet you because your life is more important than you realize. There is something ahead only you can fulfill. If I didn't tell you this, I would regret it." The air thickens, your heart pounds. In that moment, it's not about cars, rockets, or inventions. It's about truth, awakening, and courage. You may have doubted yourself countless times, told yourself you're ordinary, that your dreams are fragile or foolish or too late. But destiny laughs at those lies. Destiny knows timing better than you do. When it calls, it interrupts, rearranges, demands you listen. That's why this meeting matters. It forces you to see yourself differently. For once, someone with the world's attention is giving theirs to you. Not for show, not to boost an image, but to awaken what's been sleeping inside you. Life's mysteries aren't accidents. They are signals, whispers reminding you that you are woven into something larger, something purposeful. Elon Musk isn't pointing to himself. He's pointing to you. He knows greatness isn't found in wealth, fame, or technology alone. True greatness is found in ordinary people who rise above their circumstances and choose to live differently. That's exactly what you're being invited into. You may wonder, where do I start? The answer isn't giant leaps. It's the small yes, the inner decision to stop dismissing yourself. The willingness to step forward even when fear whispers you're not ready. The choice to believe your voice, your actions, your life can matter. Here's the secret: it's not about feeling powerful now. It's about being willing to grow into the power waiting inside you. Elon Musk has always been drawn to impossible challenges. Maybe the most impossible is convincing someone who feels invisible that they are unstoppable. That's what this meeting is about, looking you in the eye and saying you are not small. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. Imagine how different your life becomes when you start believing that. How your mornings change. How you treat yourself changes. Because suddenly, you're no longer living just to survive. You're living knowing the future awaits. And here's the part that may surprise you most: you won't walk this path alone. As Elon reaches out, others will notice, too. Doors will open that seemed locked. People will appear who breathe life into your journey. Opportunities will align beyond your control. That's the ripple effect of saying yes to destiny. This face-to-face meeting is only the beginning. It's a mirror showing who you really are. A catalyst breaking chains of doubt and fear. A reminder that you are seen, valued, and necessary in a world that often overlooks those it most needs. Now the choice is yours. Will you shrug off this message as coincidence? Or lean into it, letting it reshape how you see yourself? Because deep inside, you already know the answer. The shift has begun. The thought of being chosen unsettles you. You walk through ordinary days carrying ordinary worries, thinking your life too small to matter to someone on the world stage. But destiny touches the unexpected. It rarely seeks the powerful. It chooses the doubters, the silent wrestlers, the almost quitters. That's why this message won't leave you alone. Because inside, you know something's been waiting for this confirmation. You've waited to hear that what you carry isn't a mistake. That your life weighs more than you dared believe. Imagine Elon Musk standing before you. Not amused, not light-hearted. Serious, steady. Do you know why I wanted to meet you? He asks. Because the future needs you. Your vision, your strength, your survival prove you're meant for more. His words ripple through you like stones in still water, stirring memories of nights you thought you wouldn't make it, tears you thought wasted, days you questioned your meaning. Now you see those moments differently. They shaped you, prepared you, forged a strength only hardship can create. He looks at you as if he knows your history, your scars, not as reasons to walk away, but proof you're strong enough for what's next. I see in you what you can't yet see in yourself, he says. It's hard to believe at first. Part of you wants to resist, to say, not me. I'm not worthy. But another part, the part that refuses to die, that whispers in the night there must be more, leans forward. That part says, what if he's right? What if I've underestimated myself all along? That's the battle inside you, doubt versus destiny. Doubt says you're ordinary. Destiny says ordinary people are chosen for extraordinary roles. Doubt recalls failures. Destiny says failure is training for resilience. Doubt says you're too late. Destiny says you're right on time. You realize the real reason Elon Musk wants to meet you isn't to hand you riches or fame. It's to hand you responsibility, to ignite a fire that can't be ignored, to awaken you so deeply you can never slip back into smallness. Because when one life rises, it never rises alone. Your courage sparks others. Your voice strengthens theirs. Your breakthrough opens doors for many. That's why this moment matters. And maybe that's what surprises you most. This isn't about Elon Musk. It's about you. About what you will build, create, and release into a world that needs your unique imprint. You begin to glimpse possibility, a new way to live, a new strength to walk in, a new vision for your future. Not dictated by fear or lack, but fueled by courage and clarity. The meeting, literal or symbolic, has already changed you. Because once you know you're chosen, you cannot unknow it. He pauses, letting silence stretch, giving you time to absorb. The world doesn't need copies, he says finally. It needs originals. It needs you to show up as yourself. Those words strike deep. For so long, you tried to fit molds, live up to others' expectations, hide what makes you different. Now someone with global influence tells you your uniqueness isn't weakness. It's why you were noticed. That truth changes everything. You stand taller. Breathe deeper. For the first time in a long time, you feel your existence as precious, not accidental. You understand why this message found you and won't let go. Because your story isn't over. It's just beginning. The imagined room feels sacred, time slowed. Elon Musk chooses words carefully, knowing they will linger in your soul long after. You may think you're just one among billions. He begins again, gentler now, but that's where you're wrong. Every breakthrough started with one person who refused to shrink. Someone who understood destiny doesn't knock on every door, only those willing to listen. His words settle like a mantle. Though part of you doubts, another part stirs awake. You recall times you felt unseen, drowned out, mocked. Here is a man who faced rejection, was called crazy, stood on failure's edge and kept moving. He looks at you and says, "I recognize that fire." It's disorienting to realize someone who could focus anywhere chooses you. That your life has been highlighted. It almost feels impossible, yet deep down it makes sense. Haven't you always sensed your story carries something unusual? That there's more to you than others see? Now that hidden knowing is confirmed. You shift uneasily, wondering what exactly he sees. He leans forward, voice lowered. "The reason I wanted to meet you is because I know what it's like to be underestimated. To be told you dream too big, to be laughed at for trying to move humanity forward. And I know this, those voices don't matter. What matters is the choice you make in silence. When no one claps, when no one believes, that's where your future is born." Suddenly, your life reflects in his words. Nights wrestling alone, moments when faith was your only fuel. Those were not wasted. They laid the foundation for this moment. Then comes the part that shakes you most. "You're not here by accident," he says. "You're not hearing this by chance. Something bigger is happening. You're meant to step into a role only you can fill. You may not understand now, but one day you will. And when that day comes, you'll remember this meeting. The silence after feels heavier than the words. Your chest tightens, not with fear, but awe and responsibility. If true, your life isn't small, random, or wasted. It's significant. Necessary. That realization excites and terrifies you. Significance means responsibility. You can't live half asleep anymore. Your choices ripple beyond you, touching lives you may never see. He doesn't sugarcoat it. This won't be easy, Elon says. When you rise, resistance comes. People will doubt, oppose you. That's the price of destiny. Comfort is never the birthplace of greatness. Though sobering, it feels empowering because inside you already knew this. The easy path was never meant for you. That's why you felt restless where others were content. Why you carried questions too big for small answers. Now it all makes sense. You look at him. For a moment, the world is silent. The weight of possibility presses on you, but so does hope. For the first time in a long time, you believe there might be more waiting than you've seen. He doesn't give a blueprint or map. He gives something more powerful, conviction. Conviction that you are seen, chosen, capable of walking into the unknown. Maybe that's the true reason for this meeting, not to give answers, but to awaken the courage you already have. To ignite a flame that can't be extinguished once lit. You realize this isn't an end. It's a beginning. A journey you never expected but always sensed was coming. Though the future is unknown, you know this. You are not the same person you were before hearing these words. Something inside has shifted forever. You sit in silence, not emptiness, but awakening. Something inside you has been touched, stirred, ignited. You cannot return to who you were. It's as if Elon Musk's presence, his words, his focus on you peeled away layers of self-doubt. He doesn't rush. He gives you time to breathe, to absorb. Then, with a gaze that pierces every defense, he speaks again. The truth, he says slowly, is I didn't come here to talk about me. I came because of you. The reason I wanted to meet you face to face isn't about business, publicity, or what people expect. It's about what I see inside you. Something the world may have ignored, but I could not. Your throat tightens. For years, you carried invisibility's weight, feeling your effort, struggle, story didn't matter. Now, someone who can shift industries and futures looks at you and says you matter. But he doesn't stop. I've seen people chase power, money, recognition, he continues. They shine briefly, then burn out because they lacked something deeper. What I see in you is different. Resilience. Strength born from surviving storms. Someone who can carry something bigger without being crushed. His words feel heavy. You want to look away, but can't. It's as if he reflects back a version of yourself you long to believe in but never dared fully embrace. You've been through things most won't understand, Elon says softly. And yet, here you are, still standing. That's not accident. Not luck. Purpose. The room feels electric, invisible forces moving through the air. You realize this moment is bigger than conversation. It's a turning point, dividing your life into before and after. He leans closer, voice lowered like a secret. The reason may surprise you, he says, but the future isn't waiting for me. It's waiting for you. Humanity moves forward not just through technology, but when ordinary people rise, create, inspire. You are one of those people. That's why I had to meet you. Your heart pounds. His words feel unreal yet truer than anything you've heard. You think of all your doubts, all the times you felt not enough. Suddenly, those lies crumble. If even Elon Musk sees something in you, maybe it's time you do, too. A deep breath escapes, shaky but freeing, as if a weight lifted after years. In that moment, you realize this isn't about his validation. It's about reminding you of a truth buried beneath fear. You were made for more. He watches your reaction.